Hello, hello. A little bit different today. So we're going to slow everything down and we're just going to do a really nice extended stretch. So really important if you are doing lots of impact work, if you're doing lots of strengthening work, that to balance out all that really tightness through your muscles, that we try and lengthen them. And today we're going to do all the muscles. So it's going to be a really nice all over body stretch. And it should leave you feeling absolutely wonderful by the end of it. So if you come down onto a mat or just onto the floor into a nice seated position, crossing your legs. Some people prefer to maybe use a yoga block or a cushion just to sit on if that feels a little bit more comfortable for you. And all we're going to do is just find that nice seated position, hands onto your knees, and we're going to stretch our neck first of all. So you can close your eyes for this or keep them open, completely up to you. We're going to take our left ear down towards your left shoulder. Back to centre, take your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Back to centre, take your chin to your chest. Feel that lengthen through the back of your neck. And then look up towards the ceiling to drop your head back. Back to centre, and we're going to do that again. So left ear over to your left shoulder. Right ear to right shoulder. Taking the ear over really gently. Back to centre, chin to chest. And then gently drop your head back, looking up towards the ceiling. And back to centre. So from here, we're going to do a seated cat-cow. I want you to hold on to your knees. We're going to round the shoulders, take the chin to the chest. Stretching through the upper back. And as you very gently pull onto your knees, we're going to take our chest forward, looking up towards the ceiling. And let's reverse it. So rounding the upper back, chin towards your chest, widening the shoulder blades at the back, and then very lightly pulling on the knees, looking up towards the ceiling, taking the shoulder blades back, chest comes forward. And let's do one more of those. So chin to chest, stretching through the shoulder blades. Pulling on those knees, chest comes forward, shoulders come together at the back, look up towards the ceiling. And then come back into the neutral position. Take your left hand onto the floor. We're going to take the right arm up and over into a side stretch. Really lengthening through the right side of the body. So don't collapse into it. We're not trying to get down to the floor, we're trying to just really take that arm up and over, stretching the right side. And we take the right arm down. Right hand comes down to the floor. Left arm comes up and over this time. Bending the right elbow to allow you to lengthen through the left side of the body. And then take that left arm down. This time you can either have the hand down, or if you can, you might want to bring your forearm down towards the floor this time. Only if your body allows you to do that. If you're up onto your hand, absolutely fine. Work with your body and what's best for you. But if you can really stretch over without injuring yourself, without overstretching, then go for it. Take that right hand down this time, leaning over with the left arm. Can you get that right forearm a little bit further down towards the floor? And come back into neutral. So this time I want you to take your arms out long, widen them. Right hand comes under the left. I'm going to take it into eagle arms. So we're crossing the right arm under the left. Pull your elbows down, round your upper back. Giving that nice stretch through the upper body. Can you get your elbows down a little bit further? Out and down. One more big breath in here. And then just loosen those arms off. Take your arms out wide again. We're going to wrap the left arm under the right arm this time. Cross your hands over and then pull those elbows down. Try and pull them out to the front and down. So getting that nice stretch through the upper body. Okay, from here, come back to neutral, unwrap your arms, take your arms behind you, feet flat to the floor, and from here we're just going to bend our legs to one side, back to centre, to the other side. So we're getting some rotation through the hips here, feet down to the side, and over to the other side. One more each side. Okay, from here we're going to come up into a standing position with wide legs. So, toes both pointing forward, nice and wide through the feet, hands onto hips. You can bring your tummy muscles in or hold onto them if you need to. Bring your body all the way down towards the floor. And if you can, hands come down towards the floor. Maybe widen those legs a little bit further. Trying to bring your head as close to the floor as you can. Gently pushing through the hands to give yourself a little bit of support. Don't worry if you're a lot higher up. You might be quite tight through your legs. Keep breathing in this position. And then from here, we're going to walk our fingers all the way over to the left foot. Hold yourself there just for a second. Then walk your fingers all the way over to the right side. And then slowly back to centre. Centre your right hand right into the middle, and then we're going to take our left hand nice and high into a twist. Taking that left hand up towards the ceiling. Bring that hand down, centre your left hand. This time take the right hand nice and high, Look up to the ceiling with your eyes. And then bring that back down again. Heel toe, the feet back in. And then from here, bring your feet nice and close. You might want to bend your knees slightly. We're going to try and get our hands as close down to the floor as possible. From the side, we're in a forward fold. So squeeze your tummy in, hands down to the floor. Trying to get our chest as close to our legs as possible. You might be able to straighten your knees, straighten your legs. I like to have a soft bend through my knees just to take a little bit of tension out of my lower back. And then from here, bring your hands down, a little bit in front of you, step back into a downward dog. Push through your hands, take your hips nice and high, and then you can just pedal out with either foot, bringing your heel down as close to the floor as you can. Really push through your hands, sending those hips really high. Can you get your heels all the way down to the floor? Okay, from here, look forward. I want you to bring your left foot towards your hand. Bring your right foot so that your toes are pointing forward. And we're just going to turn the body so your hand should be next to your left foot. And we're going to take that right hand nice and high. Keep that knee bent on the left side so we're in a bent knee triangle position. Stretching high, so you're going to really stretch out your chest and your legs as well. So really going to help with your flexibility. And look up towards the ceiling. If it's too much for you, you can be all the way up here. If you can get your hand down, try it. Okay, bring your hand back down to the floor, frame your foot. We're going to turn our toes on the back foot, so the toes are facing forward, and you can bring your knee now down to the floor so that we're in a nice low lunge position. Drop your back hip down so you're getting a nice stretch through the rear hip flexor. Keep breathing. From here, press through your hands. You're going to take your left leg back, toes lift. We're in a stretch. So you should feel now a nice stretch through the back of the leg. So your bottom is coming down towards the right heel, keeping your fingertips on the floor for steadiness. Okay, left foot comes back down to the floor. Bring yourself forward, back into that low lunge. Stretching your rear hip flexor. Tuck your right toes, push yourself back up. We're going to walk the fingers all the way around to the other side. Bring your right toes so that they're pointing to the right, bend the right knee, hand comes flat, and we're going to take it back into that bent knee triangle position. If you need to be up here, that's enough for you, otherwise down towards the floor. Bring your hand down, turn yourself to the right, spin your left toes forward, drop that left knee down, Hands to the floor, low lunge. So this left hip is getting a lovely stretch now into that hip flexor. Okay, bring the bottom backwards. Raise your toes on the right side into that runner's lunge or runner's stretch. So this leg stays straight, the right leg. Getting a nice stretch through your hamstring. Okay, toes come back down. Bring your body forward again. Bend that right knee back into that low lunge. You can either frame your foot or have both hands on the inside of your right foot. Keep dropping that back hip down. Okay, tuck your left toes, bring your hands round to the middle, so we're in that wide leg position. From here we're going to bend the left knee, keep the right leg diagonally straight, so we're in a lateral side stretch. Walk the fingers all the way over to the other side, bending the right knee this time, stretching the inner thighs right through here. And slowly walk across to the other side again. Walk your fingers back over to the left. One more time each side. And then you'll be pleased to know we're moving on to our back. Okay, bring yourself down to the mat, onto your back, knees bent. We are going to do a figure of four stretch to stretch the glutes on each side. So right foot comes across the left knee, hands through the gap, hold onto the back of your left leg, pull it in. So this is the one we would normally do standing. It does feel very nice when you're lying down on your back. Use your right elbow to just push your right knee out a little bit further. Can you pull a little bit more on the back of the left leg? Okay, bring your foot down towards the floor. Slowly switch over. So you can bring your left foot now over onto your right knee, hands through the gap, hold onto the back of your right leg, pull it right in towards you. Take a couple of breaths here just to settle into it. And use your left elbow, to push out your left knee. Oh God. Get my left and right mixed up. Okay, bring that foot back down. We're going to do a stretch now for the pelvic floor. So what I want you to do is put your hands in between your legs and catch the outside of your feet. From here, we're going to take our feet up, bottom of the feet facing up towards the ceiling, and just widen that foot position a little bit. Happy baby pose. So for those of you that have got babies, you might see them do this every now and then. Just hold onto the feet. They'll be able to hold this position for ages. It might feel a little bit uncomfortable for you. But what we're trying to do is really pull the bottom of the feet so that you're bringing your knees almost a little bit further down towards your body, and then just very gently rock from side to side. Take a few breaths in here. Okay, loosen that position off. Bring the feet back down towards the floor. I'm going to roll onto the side and push yourself back up into a seated position. Sitting back on your bottom, but with your legs wide out in front of you. Foot flexed, so flexing at the ankles. And all I want you to do is to bring your body towards your left side. Walk your fingers all the way down as far as you can. Can you touch your toes? If you can, just pull on your toes a little bit to bring your chest a little bit further towards your legs. You really use your breath in this one. So don't settle. What I want you to do is each time you breathe in, breathe out, and then bring your body a little bit further down towards that leg. If it feels a little bit too strong for the back of the leg, you can always raise your knee up a tiny bit. And then bring yourself back out of it, come back to centre, turn the body towards the right foot this time, walk your fingers down as far as you can. Maybe you're on here, holding onto your leg to bring your chest down. If you can touch your toes and pull on the bottom of your feet, do that and bring your chest a little bit closer towards your leg. Just ease yourself into it. Excuse me. And bring yourself back out. So this time bring your legs long. Bring them a little bit further together. Just ease your bottom cheeks out of the way. And then walk your fingers down the front of your legs this time. Again, if you can touch your toes, great. I like to hold on to my toes here. Bending at the elbows, bringing your chest a little bit further down towards your legs. If you're up here, holding onto your knees or holding onto the back of your legs, fine. Bring your chest. Trying to lay our chest eventually onto your legs. Okay, from here, ease yourself back up. Bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet together and hold on to your feet here. You might be up here, absolutely fine. If you can get your knees a little bit further down towards the floor, do, and we open our feet up like a book. Keeping your chest high, and then eventually you can bend your elbows to bring your chest a little bit further forward. You might be up here, holding onto your feet, that's absolutely fine. Still bring your chest forward, trying to get that nice inner thigh stretch, but without really over stretching yourself. Any pain, just loosen it off. Take some deep breaths. Okay, slowly come out of it, bring those knees up. I want you to roll yourself onto your front, hands down. Bring your knees into a really wide position, bottom to heels. Bring your arms down, stretching them out in front of you. Head down to the floor into a wide leg child's pose. Just giving your back a little bit of love and stretch. One more breath here. And then from here, we're going to come up into an all fours position. So bring those knees in. Bring yourself onto all fours. Take the right hand, thread it through the gap. Shoulder comes down to the floor and rest your head down for thread the needle. So it's going to stretch your shoulders out. Push through your left hand, bring yourself back onto all fours. Left arm this time comes through the right side. Side of the head comes down. Hold yourself there. Push yourself back onto all fours. From here, we're just going to lengthen those legs out behind us. Bring yourself down so that your tummy's all the way on the floor. Hands should be just underneath your shoulders. Just settle into it here. Your back might be feeling a little bit tight. Chin comes down to the floor, and then from here, all we're going to do is push through the hands and raise our chin and shoulder up across from the floor, elbows coming backwards. So it's just really low lift, pushing through the hands. Take a breath in, come back down to the floor. We're just going to ease that up a little bit further. Pushing up on an out breath. Can you come that little bit further up this time? Squeeze your bottom together. It's going to be a lovely stretch through the front of the body. Come back down. One more time. Slide the shoulders down the body. Look straight ahead, lengthening the arms out. And then come back down. Okay, from here, you're going to push yourself up into a kneeling position. Hands are going to come into your lower back, pushing forward. Elbows come backwards, and you're just very gently going to drop your head behind you, really pushing into your lower back. Take a couple of breaths in here, trying to push your hips forward, squeeze your bum together. You'll get that lovely stretch through your chest and through your hip flexors. Just a half camel. We're not going all the way back into a full camel. One more breath. Okay, bring yourself back up. Take your bottom back to your heels. Back into child's pose. This is your last one. Head down to the floor. Take a big breath in here. Bring yourself back into seated. You can stay there for a little bit longer in child's pose if you want to, but that is as much as we're going to do today. Hopefully you should feel a bit lengthened, a little bit more stretchy, a little bit calmer maybe. Hope you enjoyed that one. Back to normal minis from next week, and I will see you soon.